On this week's show, we learn all about changes in RV glass from one of the key players in the RV glass replacement business. Plus, Jeff Johnston shows us step by step how to redo an old rubber roof using Dicor's new rubber roof repair kit. And Britta, our trailer chick's cooker, whips up a delicious frittata that's perfect for lunch or a light dinner. These stories and more coming up on this week's Rollin On TV. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Jayco. At Jayco, we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. There's literally thousands of motorhomes and travel trailers on the road, and virtually every one of them has a different windshield and side glass. So where do you or your RV dealer go to find the right replacement? Odds are the glass came from Duncan Systems, America's leading RV glass replacement and repair company. Let's face it, we don't think much about the glass in our RVs until it's dirty and needs cleaning, or until we have to repair or replace it. Then, reality sets in because RV glass costs have gone up. To find out why and learn more about RV glass, we visit with Shane Duncan, the CEO of Duncan Systems at their headquarters and main facility in Elkhart, Indiana. Before we got into talking about RV glass, I asked Shane to tell me about the company and how it all started.
It was kind of a fluke. I guess it was late 80s, early 90s. We were a repair center, and we was doing training for adjusters for the insurance industry, and had an adjuster in here. Came through, was talking to my dad's partner, and said he had a claim on an old Mallard Sprinter that was for both windshields, and he was struggling with it a bit. It was about $5,000, and the guy said it was hard to believe that, you know, two windshields was that much money. And we proceeded to tell him, well, they went out of business just recently. As a matter of fact, my dad's partner told him they were built right in this facility. And we bought some stuff at the auction, and we may have some stuff here. And one thing led to another. We go out to the back, find out that, yeah, we bought a lot of service items because we were a repair center, and there was a lot of windshields back in this big group of parts we bought. And lo and behold, these windshields were back there. So we found out that we had them in stock. We could do it immediately and save this adjuster like $3,000. Was able to do it quickly, and he went back to the main office and told the guy in charge of the glass, listen, I want everything to come through Duncan. So that's what they did, and that's basically how we got started. One thing led to another. We started buying in crate quantities, and that helped us out a lot. And then before you knew it, it was right around 1996 we got our first major insurance account, and therefore we had to build a new facility and start stocking millions of dollars of glass.
From those humble beginnings, Duncan Systems now carries thousands of RV windshields and side glass. And from its 50,000 square foot facility in Elkhart, along with 2 other distribution centers in Lakeland, Florida and Chandler, Arizona, they can quickly fill virtually any RV glass need just about anywhere in the country. I asked Shane to tell us about the changes in RV glass over the years, especially pertaining to size.
With the motorhome business, it's about probably 2000, early 2000s. The one-piece windshield was introduced, and what it's done is completely changed the way people look at the glass side of an RV. I would say in 2005, it became almost like a standard, whereas it was never even thought of before, putting a big, Panaview or one complete, glass in the front of a motorhome, which it's more for aesthetics than anything. It really kind of changed the way that people look at a motorhome since about 2005. In 2000, I'd say 4 or 5, maybe there are half a dozen models out there that were using a one-piece. And today, you're probably looking at probably 90% of everything out there has a one-piece windshield in it. There's only a few half pieces. And for our business, it completely changes the way we look at it. Previous to 2005, we stocked half windshields. Pretty easy to stock half windshields. They can be stacked. You can pull them from a picker in any of our warehouses. But when you start having to stock one pieces, for us anyways, they have to be put on the ground floor. We can't pull them from a picker from the second or third or fourth level in the warehouse. So it kind of changed our dynamics. It changed the shipping dynamics. They're much harder to get to the destination. When you're not dealing with a dealership and you're dealing with glass shops like we do a lot, glass shops don't have forklifts. And so when you look at it being on a skid, it creates other problems to get these things. So there's been a lot of problems that's presented, but as far as the look of the RV, it looks much better than it used to, but there's some challenges that go with that.
Needless to say, with bigger windows and windshields comes a lot more weight, as Shane goes on to explain.
Today, the one pieces, they're probably pushing 300 and some pounds. We just created one up last week, the largest one that we carry. It's got to go overseas. The weight, total weight with the crate was like about 600 pounds. So you're talking from a boxed half of a windshield, which is the standard back 10 years ago, 50, 60, 75 pounds, and they go in a box. We ship them all over the place. Now you're dealing with crates that 600 pounds to get these things delivered.
Coming up next, we'll join Jeff and Dan Mountjoy as they take on the task of repairing the old roof on Dan's trailer. We'll be right back. It all starts with pride and ends up being the gold standard in pop-up truck campers. Four-wheel campers. Need we say more? See for yourself by visiting fourwheelcampers.com. When it comes to RV glass and windshield replacement, there's only one name to remember: Duncan Systems. With thousands of windshields and side glass in stock, we are America's #1 source for RV glass replacement. And now, we can even repair those fogged up windows at a fraction of the replacement cost. For more information, including our locations, visit our website at rvglass.com or log on to rollinontv.com.
This is an EPDM rubber roof on a 15-year-old trailer. It's still intact, but it's discolored, full of tiny weather check cracks, and is definitely showing its age.
Okay.
With a worn-out roof, you could keep your trailer in a shed, but that cuts down on your camping time. The Roof Renew Kit from Dicor Products is a cost-effective, do-it-yourself solution for an aging rubber roof. Use of this kit lets you get your RV out of the shop and keep it camping. Dicor's Roof Renew Kit comes complete with absolutely everything you'll need, well, except the plastic for wrapping the outside of the trailer. We'll get to that a little bit later. But it includes a roller pan, roller handle, 2 9-inch rollers, a roll of masking tape, which is for putting on the plastic to protect your paint and finish, 2 quarts of the cleaner and activator, which is sort of like a primer. This stuff is very caustic, and there are very specific safety precautions you have to take while you're applying it and using it. We'll get to that in a little bit. 50 feet of roof repair tape that you use to apply over any cracks or rips or small tears in the roof, and 4 gallons of EPDM rubber roof coating. This is enough to cover approximately 125 square feet per can, or 500 square feet for the kit, which means this kit is good for a vehicle up to about 30 feet long. Now, if you need more, of course, you can buy the cans individually as well. Most important is the Roof Renew Kit instructions. We are following these instructions to the letter because it's a very specific process for making this system work. We'll show you how it's done here. We parked the trailer under a shed roof to keep out of the rain and avoid messing up inside the shop with the pressure wash later on. Trailer owner Dan Mountjoy had already cleaned the roof, so our next step, per the instructions, was covering the RV with plastic to protect the paint finish and fiberglass from the cleaner activator. Now we're using 3mm plastic to protect the side of the RV. Normally we would use the masking tape that came with the kit, but because the plastic is a little bit on the heavy side, we were going to use the blue painter's tape, which is a little bit wider, but this just isn't strong enough. So instead, we're using good old-fashioned duct tape. Normally this stuff leaves all kinds of residue on a surface if you leave it on too long, but we're not going to leave this on more than a couple of hours or so. So we decided to use this stronger material that may be able to hold this up. And it's a little bit windy today, so we've got quite a project going here as far as tacking everything down. But we will get it protected. The final cleanup step was to carefully scrape a few fir tree pitch spots from the roof. The surface has to be clean of any dirt or other debris before installing the new rubber coating. The instructions are fairly specific when it comes to working with the cleaner and prep material, and it's a good reason because it's fairly caustic. Now, the most important thing that you can wear, of course, is these. Don't forget your safety goggles or your rubber gloves, both very important for this step. Dan went one step better on protection by choosing a full-face shield to guard against chemical spray or splashes. Dan dumped both quart bottles of cleaner activator into the portable sprayer for easy rooftop application. The cleaner activator is sprayed on the roof thick enough to wet the rubber but not enough to run off the sides. It must be left to work for at least 15 minutes or more before removal. The cleaner activator is no more dangerous than many concentrated, undiluted household cleaning products, and it contains no toxic chemicals that are hazardous to health. However, people with extra sensitive skin that reacts to strong chemicals should be especially vigilant about the safety gear. Next, we set up our small rental pressure washer with its fan spray tip. A long hose allowed us to leave the pump unit safely on the ground while washing the cleaner activator from the roof. Once the cleaner activator is rinsed and diluted with water, it loses its chemical punch and becomes harmless on the ground. The next step is removing the protective plastic sheeting, and Dan followed this with a thorough exterior rinse down. Peeling off the duct tape revealed a bit of adhesive residue on the walls, but nothing we couldn't clean up later with turpentine. We were lucky to have a heated garage space for working on the trailer. Once parked inside, we used compressed air and towels to dry the roof, and a lunch break gave it more time to dry thoroughly. Once the roof was dried, we used the kit's coating-ready cover tape to reinforce a couple of existing patches and a few spots where screw heads were determined to bump up against the roof membrane. The tape sticks like crazy to the clean surface, so choose carefully when applying it. Masking tape with the kit is also intended to mask the border of the roof recoat area so a clean edge results. Wow. Well, according to good We're not quite finished with our rubber roof renewal, so after the break we'll show you the rest of the job. Stay tuned.
Is your pop-up camper canvas getting a little worse for wear? Don't fret. Just call the friendly folks at Canvas Replacements, and their experienced staff will cut and sew you up a new one in no time. Canvas Replacements, your #1 source for all your pop-up camper canvas needs. For more information, visit the company website at canvasreplacements.com or call them at 800-232-2079. At Jayco, we're a lot more than just an RV manufacturer. We're all about family, and we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. To see our complete product line and find your nearest Jayco dealer, visit us online at jayco.com or just log on to rollinontv.com. Need a new canvas for your tent trailer? You could win one free from our friends at Canvas Replacements. To enter the contest, just visit our website at rollingontv.com and click on the contest page. Who knows? You may find yourself camping bug-free this summer with a brand new canvas from Canvas Replacements.
Welcome back to Rollin On TV. Before the break, we completed the first steps toward repairing our trailer's worn-out rubber roof, and now we're ready to finish installing the Dicor Roof Renew Kit. Per the instructions, we mixed each can of roof coating for 15 minutes. Applying the acrylic roof coating is like painting any surface with a roller. In this case, we gave it a generous application. We used a smaller brush to finish the edges and other spots where the roller could not effectively reach. To apply the second roof coat, we used an extended roller handle and worked from ladders to avoid standing or crawling around on the first coat that wasn't fully cured yet. With the second coat finished, all that remained was cleaning up our mess and letting the new roof cure before moving the trailer out of the shop. Well, it's finished. We started at about 7 o'clock this morning. It's about 7:45 right now. This Dicor Roof Renew Kit has made a new roof out of the worn, beat-up EPDM rubber roof on this 1996 vintage trailer. It's a lot of work. It gets pretty messy at times, but the result is well worth it, and it's considerably less expensive than taking it into a shop. You can do it. We did it. It's not that difficult. It just takes a little bit of time. So if you'd like to know more about the Dicor Roof Renew Kit, log on to our website at rollinontv.com. Give it a try. You might be surprised at the result you can get.
Coming up after the break, we'll join Britta in her trailer kitchen for this week's dish. Exciting, great things do come in small packages, like exceptional quality, extreme comfort, and luxurious appointments. You'll find all this and more wrapped up in one beautiful package. The Pleasureway Pursuit. See for yourself by visiting pleasureway.com.
Welcome, I'm Britta, the Trailer Chicks cooker, and today we're going to make brunch. I have some great helpers with me today, and they're going to help me make a really delicious frittata with farm fresh eggs from my neighbor's yard. And we're going to also make a beautiful salad with baby spinach and delicious strawberries. Then we're going to show you a couple different ways you can make toast while you're on the road. So this is my friend Abby, and this is Allie, and they're going to help make this frittata. Do you guys eat colored eggs? Do you know about these kind of eggs?
Why is there like super small eggs?
Well, these are from the little tiny chickens. These are the smallest chicken eggs I've ever seen. These green ones are from a kind of chicken called the Araucana, and they lay these beautiful green and blue eggs. And then these are from another variety.
Where do you get your eggs?
I actually got these from a friend who has a couple backyard chickens, and I like to eat farm fresh eggs because, for one, you'll see when we crack them, the yolks are really orange, and they're high in nutrients and vitamins, and they're super delicious. Check out the yolk. Look how orange it is.
That's really orange and yellow. I like that color.
So we're going to add fresh thyme. I chose thyme because it goes well with mushrooms and ham and asparagus. About a teaspoon of salt. We're doing about 1 dozen eggs. And then you guys are just going to whip that up. Whip them like you're really mad at them. Okay, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to saute the vegetables. And then when I'm cooking vegetables, I like to give them a little salt because that brings the water out, releases the water. And then we're going to add the mushrooms. And those will have to cook down a little. So once your vegetables have sauteed for about 5 or 6 minutes and the moisture's come out and they're getting nice and tender, Then we're going to add, we have ham, which is already cooked, so it just needs to be heated up a little bit. So we're going to add that in. So next we are going to put our eggs in. So these have been whipped up really nice. They have fresh herbs, a little salt. And frittatas take about a half hour to prepare. And then what you want to do is just go around the edge and bring the eggs to the middle. It's been about 10 minutes. We've stirred the eggs, brought them in from the outside into the middle. So it's almost set, but as you can see here, it's still a little bit liquid on top. So we're going to throw that in the oven that's been heating up while we've been making this. But before we put it in, we're going to put a little fresh Parmesan cheese on top. To go with our frittata, we're going to make a baby spinach salad. We're using baby spinach because it's in season right now. You could also use arugula, would be really delicious with this, or just mixed greens. Whatever you have on hand would be great. So we're just going to put our greens in the bowl. And then we're going to make a quick vinaigrette. I already have some fresh squeezed lemon juice in here. And then we have some really nice fresh mint here that I've beautifully chiffonaded. There's a little bit of salt in there already, and I like to put the acid in first, add the salt, and that dissolves it. And then we're just going to add some olive oil, about a quarter cup. Then we will just put the strawberries on the salad. These are just sliced strawberries. You could quarter them as well. Pour a little vinaigrette on. So when you're tossing it, you just want to make sure that all the leaves are evenly coated. And better to start with a little dressing and add more than to put too much on it. And then we have some toasted almonds here. These are great. Hazelnuts would be delicious, pecans. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of mint on top. And it's ready to serve. It's been about 10 minutes and the frittata's been cooking, and I think it's done. I'm going to check it out. Oh wow, it's beautiful. It's puffed up from the eggs, and it's a little bit golden around the edges, and the cheese is melted and looks fabulous. So to complete our brunch today, we're going to make toast. You have a couple different options for making toast while you're on the road. You can get a beautiful Bodum toaster that'll go perfectly with your decor, or you can use the Luddite method of this little grill here that you just place your toast on. Something that people often forget about is ricotta cheese. You think of butter on toast, you think of Swiss cheese on toast, you think of cream cheese on toast, but do you ever put ricotta on toast? You probably just use it for lasagna, but it's also great in sweet treatments. I love to support local growers by using their jams. It's great when you're on the road to see who's making jam. If you see a little stand by the road, stop, buy some, see what they're making. It's probably the best of the season, and you'll be so glad that you stopped by. Fabulous meals are made to be shared with others. Let's go meet our neighbors.
Oh my god, is it time to eat?
It is.
I am so excited I pulled up next to you guys. I've been smelling that food all day and I'm starving.
That's how we roll, fabulously.
Cheers. Cheers.
Hi!
Well, that's it for this week, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, for more information on anything you saw on the show, along with additional videos, stories, and news, visit our website at rollingontv.com. For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at rvbusiness.com.